What is up, guys and gals? I walked back to base, and so I think at this point in the playthrough, we got mauled by a bear in the previous episode. It kind of sucked. It was problematic. It was an issue. What we need to do for right now, though, is we need to fix up our clothing. Our clothing is all kinds of whacked. The problem there's a second problem here. There are secondary things that need to be discussed. Because our clothing is kind of destroyed, the next thing we're going to have to deal with is finding a sewing kit, which is in here somewhere. There we go. I guess I used my last sewing kit. I'm not really sure. It looks like I thought I had a sewing kit that I was carrying around with me, but I must have left it somewhere. I must have ditched it for weight allotments or something. I have no idea. I got a stuffy nose right now, so if I end up editing a whole bunch, just be aware it's because I had to do the schnurfles. I got... Where the hell did that sewing kit go? I know I picked you up. There we go. All better. We're a little bit drained right now, so I think it might be an okay idea just to, like, sleep for a bit. There's 2 hours of daylight left. I'll probably go in on 7 hours right there, and that'll be perfectly fine. Lump that on down so that we can have all... Oh, man, our rabbit is worn out. He got too raw. I know how that goes. Sometimes you go to the gym and you start getting hella raw. You're just like, ugh, more weight, and then you're worn out right afterwards, and you're all done for. You can't do it anymore. Is what it is. Speaking of which, you should not do the same workouts every day. I wanted to bring this up because I know a lot of people who do the same workout every single day, no matter what, and you should not do that. It's a bad plan. You're going to injure yourself. It's kind of like, I heard a guy talk about it one time where doing that is sort of like putting a ridiculous engine inside of like a Civic or something like that without like retrofitting the rest of the systems as well. It's just going to be too powerful for all the other onboard OEM type shit. You need to like update everything so that everything can act at the speed of the slowest component. You know what I mean? It's the same thing as building a computer. You don't want bottlenecks. Your body can have bottlenecks. You don't want to work out if you're doing only curls every day. You're going to end up with weird like Popeye arms. They're going to be, well, Popeye had big forearms, but you get the point that I'm trying to make. Like when he eats spinach and it's like, ding, and it goes like it fires up his arm and he's got like that little lump at the top of his arms. I don't know. You got to do everything. You got to get it in there. I like pull-up bars for this. If you do like a pull-up bar every single day, like, I don't know, 100 pull-ups or so, and then you change the hand position like every 25, you can hit everything a lot better, a lot quicker. In fact, I prefer that to a weight machine a lot of the time until you get too strong for it. Once you get too strong for it and you stop making gains that way, obviously you're going to have to step it on up. What was I doing? I think I was going to eat some food or something. Yeah, we're kind of hungry. I'll probably go all in on some of this extra stuff over here. I don't really eat any of my preserved food, and I feel like it's a thing that I should start endeavoring to do. God, we have so many repairs I have to do, and I only have one wolf hide left. So, we may not actually be able to repair most of this. This might get a little bit nasty. Let's go till morning, and we'll see what we can get done. Perfect. And so now we're back up, and I've been dreading this weekend. I got to get up super early this weekend, and so my girlfriend's family has a tradition where every year they go out and they chop a tree super early in the morning, like at like 6 in the morning. We go out, we chop a tree, and every year I do this, and every year I dread it because I work until like 4 in the morning every night. Like I seriously, I work like nonstop. I love like what I do, and when you like what you do, you end up working too much, and so my sleep habits are ridiculously sporadic and like all over the place. Like, normally I sleep from like 5 in the morning till about 10:30, 11, and then I get up and I rinse and repeat. I need this to be repaired right now. And so once that's done, that was my only wolf hide, though. I don't have any other wolf hides. So repairing this jacket further is not going to be an option until I go out and hunt a couple of wolves. And so we may need to do some canine homicide in the next episode or two. I've got 2 of those. I thought I had 3. Do I have 3, or is there one being cured over here? Yeah, I got 1 more that's being cured. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, we'll go in 1 repair on the boots. That'll give us 30%. It'll get it up to like 50-something. And once it's at 50-something, that's still way better than it being at 20-something. We also need to hunt deer, and so I need to keep an eye out for any deer we see along the way. I got plenty of bullets. I just need to fire rounds at them every time that I see them. And so that gets our weight allotment a little bit better taken care of. I do need to... Oh, I'm dehydrated? That sucks. Let me take care of that real fast. I got enough water to last me a while, and so I'll probably sit on top of that. We'll probably run in and repair the hat. This will probably be an entire day that I spend just repairing things because it's easier that way. That did, what are we sitting at? The repair amount's going to be 2% right there. Doesn't matter. All done. For these mittens right here, God, our stuff got mauled. When you get taken out by a bear, that represents a pretty costly expenditure as far as, like, your gear goes. You actually lose a lot of durability there. I got to go in on this thing. If we don't fix it, it was amazing watching how much our heat retention just, like, vanished. I guess our sweater didn't get damaged, though. For whatever reason, I need cured leather for that, although I can just wear these now and it'll be okay. And then I'll probably just shred these for the cured leather, so that if I have anything else along the way that needs cured leather to be repaired, I'll have it in my inventory. I don't really need it right now, but just because you don't need it right now doesn't mean you shouldn't prepare for the future. Preparedness is all when it comes to survival, and so that's what we're going to be focusing on. We'll throw 30% in right there. In fact, nope, cancel that harvest. Oh, that repair. I thought it only did 30% repairs at a time. Maybe it's different per object. Eat a little bit of food right now because we are right on the edge of starving. Been working our ass off all day just sewing stuff and making our clothing look a little bit nicer. Our caloric intake could definitely be better. Let me focus for a second on the acquisition of a little bit more meat. There we go. That'll top it off quickly. And so between these two steaks, are these bear steaks? Yes, they are. So there's 900 right there, and then the second steak should get us all the way back up to 2,500, so that we don't have to think about eating for a little while. While we're in the vicinity, I'll probably drop a bunch more of this food, just so it's not eating up my space. We got a bunch of firewood that I need to dump as well. Perfecto. Looking pretty good there. Let's dump off the clothing, which I think was in this one. Yes, indeed it was. Go ahead and take care of that stuff. At any moment, I may need to rip down a whole bunch of these boots or whatever just to get myself back in business. And so I don't tend to shred things. Once I have like a stack of like 20 or so cloth, I don't tend to shred things anymore just because if you keep them in their original state, things like the premium jackets and whatnot can actually be really, really useful to you later on. If for whatever reason your jacket ends up getting destroyed or wiped out, and so if you end up losing your really, really good gear due to an accident or whatever, it's nice to have backups that can fill in their space while you replace it so you're not walking around shirtless like some kind of barbarian overlord, you know what I mean? I'll probably drop the... yeah, that seems okay. I do really, really, really need to repair some of this stuff, but not right now. I think it can wait. We got ourselves down to 26. Toolkit can go back in here just like everything else. Oh, we're full up. Our tool storage can no longer... alright, well, let's take the wood out then. And we'll just move this stuff around so that we have space. Because it looks like the wood is actually the thing that's taking up the most of our space in there. And then we'll drop snares in. I would like to set up some more snares to see if we can't come by a little bit more rabbit. But... rabbits are kind of one of those odd things, and like I never focus on them. It's never a thing that I want to get done like right this second. It's always a thing that I ignore for a while until I absolutely have to have rabbit gloves. And since we don't absolutely have to have rabbit gloves anytime soon, I'll probably just ignore it. Alright, so we'll drop the wood over here. And I think that should clear us out pretty well. Got us closer anyways. We'll keep the books over here too. I really wish we could get rid of some of this weighty gear, but running around without a rifle on this map is a terrible plan. Seems like the perfect way to get your ass kicked. Inside out. Not just like an ass kicking, like the foot will go in your ass and then it'll pull it out and do like a Danish tube sock thing around their foot, like they are wearing your rectal material as a sock around their foot when they pull it back out. And I don't want to be a part of that. It seems unpleasant to me. Now that our clothing's looking a lot better, don't think I'm going to need a flare anytime soon. I think I'm carrying around too many matches, too. Weirdly enough. I got like a stupid amount of matches on my character right now. Yeah, just transfer all those right there. Perfect. And I think that'll probably hold us. The rest of it can just be dumped on the floor and put on a shelf like the tea and the coffee and all those sorts of things. I don't drink coffee anyways. I find coffee to be revolting. People say it's an acquired taste. I just don't feel like taking the time to acquire it. I've had coffee several times over the course of my life. Every 3 to 4 years, I try it again. Like somebody gives me a coffee like as a token of goodwill, like when we're waiting outside on like Black Friday or something, which I don't do anymore, by the way. I used to do Black Friday every year because it was like a fun thing to do with my friends. Now I don't do it anymore because I don't think that people should be forced to work the day of a holiday, basically like 2 in the morning and things of that nature. It sucks. I don't support it anymore, and so I don't want to give any money to the companies that do those sorts of things. If you force your employees to work on Christmas or like Thanksgiving or any major holiday, in all honesty, and you're not in like an emergency service, like if you're in a hospital or something, obviously people don't stop getting wounded or sick just because, oh wow, this guy's all yellow. Is there a forest fire or something? Weird. I think I see a deer. And I need his hide. I need it very, very badly. And so now that he's been dropped, we're going to move over here Call of Duty style, sprinting all the way, throwing grenades over the hillock. Where did my deer go? He dropped, right? Oh, that's weird. Did he fall through the earth? Oh, man. Or did he run? He must have ran. Because I've got a blood trail over here. Now, if he headed out to sea, there's not going to be much I can do about that. Sometimes there's the blood trail right there. Is that him? I hope so. Because if that's him way over there, we're not going to be able to get him, I don't think. Oh, there's a blood trail. I think that must be him then. There's a safer way to go at him. I think the gun has a max range, in all honesty. Because sometimes it seems like the iron sight is dead on. They never fix the ballistics in this game, though. Another big complaint for me is that they've never even like tried to bother to fix the ballistics. Like the ballistics are all kinds of screwy in this game, and it just never seems to be remedied. A little bit thirsty, we're a little bit tired, but we should be alright. The ballistics were weird to the point where I used to save the game before taking shots. Back when it first came out. I think there's a maximum range on the rifle where the bullet just disappears or something. There doesn't seem to be any drop or anything like that. We need to stay on this dude, though. I cannot expend bullets like that. How far is this thing gonna run? I hit him right in the chest. Jesus. If we want to take him, we're gonna have to loop around, which I don't like at all. Unless he turns around. How many hours of daylight do we have left? Less than an hour. What a frustration. How come he didn't drop from that shot? Usually from one chest shot, they always go down. Yeah, I think the gun's broke. That was a bullshitty shot right there. Like, that should have been a hit. I hiked back to the house, and then I reloaded because I wanted my bullets back. I don't accept that. That last 2 shots, a little sketchy. I wanted my bullets back. I'm not feeling it. They definitely 100% need to work on the ballistics of the guns, though. And to make it so they have better range. Because right now, I feel like there's a point at which, if you're not at, like, moderately point-blank range, the shots are just completely unreliable, and they always have been. And so anyways, I gotta wait for that deer hide to get done. We lost the deer hide that was outside, so I suppose that's that, and there's nothing to be upset about. 2 hours of daylight left. I think I'm probably just gonna go all in. We'll sleep till tomorrow. We're gonna try and get back on the road and go back down the highway, which we've been trying to do now for several episodes, but that bear was bugged out in the middle of the road stuck, and so we had to unstick him by shooting him in the face because I like to shake the tiger. And so that didn't turn out so great, and so now we had to come all the way back over here. Stories of my life. The story of my life. Probably just go 5 hours in here. All of our clothing's repaired from the bear attack, so we should be good on that side. I don't think there's too much to worry about as far as that's concerned. Instead, I'm just going to try and get back on the road again and accomplish something here today. Got that done. What's my weight allotment looking like? Probably pretty good, all things considered. Let's take a couple steaks with us for the road, since the first one's probably going to get us almost there as far as our hunger goes. We got a little bit of water left. We might get zoned into another zone, and so it might be advisable to bring like another liter or two with us while our weight's still okay. Everything looks good, so we're going to eat some of that food. The weight will get lower. We're going to drink some of the water. The weight will once again get lower. Not too big of a deal. I want to go back down the road, though. We're going to accomplish that today, and that's just the end of it. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to do it, and then life's going to be good. It's -7 right now. I think before we freeze to death, I can make it all the way to the cabins over on the other side without too many problems. That right there is probably that bastard. What they need to do, it'd be cool if you could actually, because there's a machine, there's like a forge in one of the zones. It'd be cool if you could get a machinist workshop too. Start making like scopes and all kinds of random stuff. Help out with your guns. Make little mods like crampons for your feet that allow you to sprint longer. Like lots of like random stuff. Make your character get like slight upgrades. Build like a backpack frame or something. It's just like a permanent upgrade that once you build it out of scrap, it increases your weight allotment by like 10 kilograms, you know? Just little things like that to make your life a little easier as time goes along. Something to work towards, too. Something is like a sink for materials, because as I can tell right now, only when things go completely and totally wrong does it ever count as a material sink. I wonder where the bear ended up. He's got to be around somewhere. I mean, we shot him. He ran off and died. It seems like a waste of a bear. It was a bigger waste back before the bears respawn. Now that the bears respawn, it's not that big of a deal. But when the bears first came out, you really had to make use of them so that you could get your little bearskin bedroll thing without too many things going wrong. Usually just sprint until I'm at about half, and then I let it go. Letting it go down lower than half seems like it has diminishing returns as far as like making progress and keeping your stamina topped off goes. I believe, yeah, we're almost there. We're going to get to these houses, then I'll probably break it off on this side and just call it a day. Yep, I think that's our bear over there. I think that's our guy. I think I'm going to go skin him. Let's see if we can get over here and get his parts. Because it would be a huge, massive waste. Like a very, very big picture waste. For us, like Michael Scott type waste. For us to not use that body while it's out here. I'm going to laugh if he's sleeping though and he's just messing with me. He's like, watch this, I'm going to fake this hunter out. He's going to come after me thinking that he shot me and then I didn't die. And then I'm going to be like, and I'm going to jump on his face. And he's like, oh god, the bear's still alive. It fooled me with its amazing bear cunning and guile. I would be surprised though. I really sincerely would be. Let's get over here. I'm going to go ahead and dissect him real fast. This seems like a decent place to break off the episode anyways. My name is Splattercat. I will see you all in future episodes. This is The Long Dark. If you want to own the game, look down below. I will have linkies for all of you. Hi to everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye.